Okay, so I just wanted to finish showing you this with the 7D recording to make it a little simpler. So here you can see the tilt. It's got a big T on it. There's a lock on this side, so you go ahead and unlock that. We're going to unlock the shift as well. Come back around to the tilt side and you can see the markings and the knob. See how it tilts? There's a nice little click there where it lines up at 0, so that's no tilt at all. You then tilt it either way you want. Now, you tilt this so it sort of, if you want infinite depth of field in a landscape, you would point it down toward the ground. So say the sky is here and the ground is here, and this is how everything would normally be. You would tilt it like that to get more depth of field. Now say you want that fake hobby model look, you would tilt it backwards. So again, the ground's here, camera's on the tripod, your camera's here, ground's here, sky's this way, and you would tilt the wrong way like this. So that gives you the model look. Like you would shoot wide open for models. For landscaping, you would stop down as much as you can, but regardless, even if you are stopped down, if you tilt down, it helps your depth of field. And there's formulas you can look up online. Then shifting is down here. There's another nice knob here that I can show you, and actually I'm going to, that just rotates that, so let's hit this one. Notice how I just spun these 90 degrees to each other so the knobs don't line up anymore. Just makes it easier for me to show you. You grab this, and right now, hard to see again, but that line is lined up at 0 shift, so this is centered on the lens. But watch as we shift, it slides out to the side. So you would take one photo, this is with the lens to the left, you'd take one photo here, you'd then slide this back to the middle, take another there, and then you'd slide it back over to the right and take a third shot there. In Photoshop they would then stitch together just about perfectly. You can get some errors with some extreme foreground background differences. In those cases you should actually slide your camera in the tripod clamp the same distance you shift the lens, and that will alleviate that problem. But the other thing this is used for is, say you're shooting architecture, you set your camera up, this is pointed perfectly parallel to a building. So the building would be over here and the lens is perfectly parallel to the face of the building. More importantly, it's really the film plane is parallel. But then what you would do, instead of pointing the whole camera up, that's how you get keystone, the top of the building points in. Instead of pointing up, you keep this level and then you shift the lens up. Now it looks like this is dropping down. This would be on your body, so the lens would actually raise up. And if you have enough shift, this shifts 12 millimeters. A camera sensor is 36 wide, 24 tall, so it's half of a frame up with a 24 millimeter lens. So whatever your view is at 24, you get half again on top of that, which can be quite helpful for buildings. So again, you shift 3 different pictures side to side for panoramas. You can do 3 horizontals like the frame you're looking at now. It'll be about 50% wider on either side. So you would end up with a double wide picture. Or if you do 3 high, so you would do 3 like this, 3 rectangles like that, they stitch to be close to a normal frame but 3 times the resolution. And wider, because you're using a 24 millimeter lens. It works out to be about 16 when you do 3, but if you use the 17 it gets really wide. So again, I just wanted to show you the mechanics. So here is the tilting. Here is the shifting. And it's hard to show, so let's maybe that looks a little better. There's a shifting. And here's the important part. This latch right here lets you rotate, if I get it right. Let's take this off. Can't get it now. You flip this latch and then there we go. And then watch, you can see the edge of the latch moves 90 degrees. And what that allows you to do is I just switch the way this rotates. That would be up and down now. And then when I switch this back, it's going to go 90 degrees. So now if this was on the camera, it would then shift left to right on the camera. And then there's another switch here. So see my fingers on 2 different switches? This switch allows you to rotate the way the tilt goes in relationship to the shift. So you can keep them in what's called parallel or perpendicular. So this goes 90 degrees, so it's either way on the either way in relation to the shift. The tilt to the shift is this lever in the middle. okay? Then this one right near the mount is how the shift relates to the camera. So that's what allows you to get them in two different directions. So hopefully that clarifies some questions for some people. I know a lot of people are curious on tilt shifts and they're not easy to get your hands on. So hopefully that helps. I'll add the rest of the video in post so that you can see it in a scene and some pictures put together. So that's benjacobsonphoto.com, and I hope this review has helped you.